Hey guys, welcome back to Chaos Core Tech. My name's Garrett, and today is day 20 of 3D Printmas. Now, before we get started, I am still just a little bit sick, so I apologize that my voice is a little nasally. But anyway, let's get started. So today, I'm bringing you guys a chess set. Now, I've actually made a chess set before, and it was actually kind of 2-in-1. I'll put a link to the video up in the eye in the corner, so you can check that out. Now, creating chess sets are a little different than what I normally do, because normally when I create like a character or something like that, it's from an existing source, so I can like go out and find reference images, and there's a clear image of what it should look like when it's done. But with these chess sets, there's something that I just come up with, and so there's no images, there's no references, and they can really be anything when they're done. And you know, there's a couple ways you can go about tackling something like that, and in the first video, I had a theme. Like, one set of chess pieces was very angular and blocky, the other was very curved and round, and so it was kind of like a circles versus squares type of theme that I went with it. So everything followed that, and it gave me a direction to go in. Now for this chess set, and I'm only doing one this time, I went about it a little bit differently. I kind of just started going. So I don't know that there's even a theme to all of these pieces. They just kind of are. So I'll show you all the pieces. I'm sure you saw in the time lapse what most of them look like. And since this was kind of an exercise in pure just like let my mind go where it wants to go while I'm creating these, maybe I'll just self-critique myself as I show off these pieces. So this is the pawn, and of course you print lots of pawns, and I think it serves its purpose. It's a very simple shape, but I think that's kind of, you know, pawns are supposed to be simple. And I wanted it to be very easy to print, but I made sure to put some curves in there just to kind of give this piece a little bit of merit while testing out some settings and things like that. And then I just put a little dome on top. So I don't think there's much to say about this one. I think it works just fine. Next up is the Rook. And now normally Rooks have like a castle on top of them, and I kind of went with that idea, but I went very like spirally. And I don't know, I kind of went like with this vase shape, and I don't know, it was one of my least favorite pieces, I think, out of this set. And I still kind of like the idea because it looks very cool from the top. But I think ultimately my problem with this one is that, I mean, Rooks normally look like kind of beastly pieces. Like, they're very strong pieces in the game, and I just don't think this looks very strong. But I definitely do like this idea. Maybe it just would have worked better on a different piece. Or maybe if I would have added some more things down here to make it look a little bit beefier. I'm not sure. Now this one is the Knight, and I actually really like this one. I used the forms in Fusion 360 for this one, and I basically just kind of created that horse shape, but a lot more abstract and just really like faded into each other. So looking at this, you can really tell what piece it's supposed to be, but you know, it's very featureless, and I actually really like that about it. So I think this was actually one of my favorite pieces out of this set. I might try to expand on this idea and make a complete set out of things like this eventually. The next one is the Bishop, and I also really liked this piece. Basically what I did in Fusion 360 is I took the coil feature and created a coil and then just stretched it ridiculously far up. And that gave me this really cool spiral effect, and you can even see right through the middle of it. And as you turn, it's kind of it's a really weird effect. And then I put the kind of typical bishop sign on the top here, just an oval with a notch cut in it. And I think I really like how this one came out. Okay, so next up is the Queen. I really like the idea of this one, sort of the ripples all the way around it, I think look very cool. But I think I needed some variation in the width along here. This came out a little more phallic than I would have liked to see it. But on the top here, I think this actually looks pretty cool, because originally I meant to cut off the spirals down here, the coils, but I just let them keep going up, and it actually looks kind of like a crown. And I think that's actually a pretty cool effect. Like I said, it's an unfortunate shape this one came out, but I don't know. I think there's some good qualities there. Not sure. Okay, so then last but not least, we have the King. And this is what I came up with for the King. And this is another one kind of like the Queen. Like, I like the idea of it, I just don't think it came out quite like I was thinking. And basically, I just like threaded this one a lot tighter. So it's almost like a screw down here. Like, you could coil it up. And then I just put like sort of a three-dimensional diamond on the top. And, you know, I oriented it in such a way that it doesn't need supports to print, and I think it looks very cool. I just don't think it fits in with the set very well. So I don't know. These two were definitely my favorite out of the set. And overall, I think they came out pretty good. I just don't think that it's quite a cohesive set that would go together. But hey, that's kind of the fun, isn't it? I set out on this one just with the goal to create. Like, I treated it like a brainstorming session. No ideas were bad. I just went and, you know, if I really didn't like something, I just tweaked it until I liked it. And I really tried to not let myself be critical of myself during this process. So I just created and went with it, and then I printed it out. And it was sort of an interesting exercise in creativity. So if you guys like chess and like doing things like this, I definitely recommend doing this. It doesn't matter what software you use. Just try to create a chess set. It's really fun to do, actually. And I made this entire set without needing supports. Like, that was the one stipulation that I had. But you guys don't need to put that stipulation on yourself. Just try to create something and don't hinder yourself. Just create, and then whatever you're done with, or whatever comes out, comes out. And I think that's kind of a really fun exercise. Because normally when I create models, I'm very, very critical. Like, I'm constantly stepping back, looking at it, saying, no, this isn't quite the right shape. You know, I need to tweak this and make it perfect. And this was kind of the complete opposite end of the spectrum. I just went in and I'm like, purely art, just create it. That's all it is. Okay, guys, well, I'm a little bit loopy, so hopefully that came out in some sort of coherent manner. And I didn't just ramble for like 6 minutes or something like that. So thank you guys for watching. If you'd like to print some of these for yourself, links are in the description. And then give it a thumbs up if you thought this video was cool. Get subscribed. And then that's it for day 20 of 3D Printmas, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.